The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotten nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream. But as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open.
Growing up with cats and dogs, I got kind of used to the sounds of scratching on my door while I slept. But now that I live alone, it is much more unsettling.
I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him. Another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering, and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
There's nothing like the laughter of a baby, unless it's 1 a.m. and you're home alone.
I can't move, breathe, see or hear. It's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be sunlight, I would have been cremated instead.
She asked me why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't.
My garage is so cluttered, it's invited millions of cobwebs and spiders. I have got to clean it out and finally get rid of that thing.
My daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night. I visit her grave, asked her to stop. But it doesn't help.
I always thought my cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face. Until one day, when I realized she was always looking just behind me.
A girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs. So she got up and started to head down. As she got to the stairs, her mom pulled her into her room and said, "I heard that too."
I was alone in my house, awoken by a noise, and reached for my flashlight. It was then handed to me.
I awakened to the sound of my cat knocking stuff over in the next room. That is, until I turned on the light and saw her cowering on the edge of my bed.
Brandon stayed up until 3 a.m. playing on Xbox Live with his friend Dustin. Both boys chatting, yelling, and provoking each other over their headsets the entire time. The next morning, when Brandon called to arrange a playdate, Dustin's mother answered the phone and tearfully informed him that Dustin had died, choking on a wad of bubble gum, at 9 p.m. the previous night.
I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first I thought it was on the window, until I heard it coming from the mirror.
My wife woke me up last night to tell me that there was an intruder in the house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago.
My sister says that Mommy killed her. Mommy says I don't have a sister.
I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me up. After that,
I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin, over my own screams.